adjudicator, I am Wicaksono as the first speaker from opposition team. We suggest that defunding the police to address police abuse and misconduct is better than institutional reform. Following to the case of racism that caused the death of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor at the hands of police in the United States of America, the society has proposed a movement, namely defunding the police. Defunding doesn't mean abolishing, it's only reallocating or redirecting funding away from the police department to other government agencies funded by the local municipality. We believe that this move is appropriate and beneficial. There are two main arguments I like to highlight. First, fund increase did not significantly relate to a decrease in crime. And second point is reallocating the fund will be beneficial to society. Let me move on my first argument. As we know, that the police duty does not revolve only around crimes, but also general social security. But how can we expect security if those officers have a paradigm that leads to racism? Although racism is not owned or practiced by everyone, there is a tendency for the police to suspect people of different skin color, for example, black people and Latinos. This is because officers use suspicious behavior when interacting with whites and use skin tone as the metric of suspicious behavior when interacting with black people. A study using 60 years of data found that an increase in funding for police did not significantly relate to a decrease in crime. Throwing more police on the street to solve a structural problem is one of the reasons why people are protesting in the streets. That's why defunding the police won't affect much of the police jobs. In recent weeks, some large municipalities with a history of police brutality have reallocated funds in line with the defund police movement. It is clear that municipalities across the US are making changes in line with the defund police movement. Then, the second point of my argument is that reallocating the fund will be beneficial to societies. Why? First of all, it is one consistent finding in the social science literature is that if we really want to reduce crime, the best approach is to improve education, equality, and the establishment of a works infrastructure. In this matter, we propose that the fund should be reallocated to other government agencies or departments, namely social, health, education, housing, and other departments. In my opinion, this will be more beneficial to the societies for they can improve their education. As the first speaker of the proposition team said, the racism is something that we grow up with. That's why with equal education for any person of color can increase their awareness of anti-racism starting from school day. Also for the health service, we can relate as today we all are facing COVID-19 pandemic of which consumes our attention and funds for health. Government must prioritize helping people find themselves in healthier living arrangements and in a job with a living wage rather than sit behind bars or debt. Over time, police officers have taken on a number of responsibilities that are unrelated to crimes or social security. from monitoring schools and campuses to responding to mental health crises, in which officers have neither training nor expertise. They do something that actually unnecessary. Finally, I think that internal reform in the police won't be very effective. It will be better if we do the funding. We can do that by limiting the annual recruitment, optimizing the current resources in the police, and also maximizing the fund for only important and urgent matters. For those reasons stated, we propose that the defunding the police is a better decision rather than institutional reform. Thank you.